tag team tournament for Two Drunk Flings. I'm with
Glowworm.
We're just going to have a chat about your league. So where are you based?
I'm based in Wiltshire, and our local league is Sawbowl, which is Swindon and Wiltshire Blood Bowl League, which is run by Mike Davis at the minute, ex-NAF Presidente.
Oh wow.
It's a very active league, about 30 odd players. I've not been taking part the last season. Real life's been getting in the way a little bit for me.
Doesn't it,
but I'm hoping to drop back in next. And yeah, we've got some really good coaches, some really new coaches, and some really good new coaches.
So who are you playing today? What team are you playing today?
I'm part of Raging Worm, which is myself and Raging 82. So the plan is I do what I normally do and lose with goblins.
Right.
And he's a good player, so he wins all his games and wins the individual trophy.
Right, I see.
It's all been planned out. And also what we did last night is we rocked up at Liam's, who kindly invited us to stay. And who we thought could actually drink. And it turns out he can't, can he? No.
Well, he's suffering this morning. He's very much suffering.
No, it was like drinking with a 5-year-old girl. It really was, yeah. We demolished the vodka, WKD, Smirnoff Ice, cider.
I saw a post saying whose was the Smirnoff Ice.
No, we were mixing it with cider, to be fair.
Fair. Okay, fair.
To be fair. And Smirnoff Ice, it's a joke until you drink 16 bottles of it.
That is true, yeah.
I'm a big fan of 16 bottles of Smirnoff Ice. I got up this morning to find out that we had demolished all the WKD, and which was, they were on offer at the off licence, so we just bought it all.
Fair enough.
Literally bought it all. Yeah. I said to go, we'll take that as well. He went, what? I went, that. He went, which one? I went, no, all that. So I'm going to need some bags. I think he closed the offer when we left.
He closed the off licence. Well, that's...
We could hear him shouting, look, book that holiday.
So you're playing goblins? Have you played much goblins, or do you play goblins all the time?
I have occasionally played goblins at tournaments, as in about 150 NAF ranked games with them now.
Right, so you're a bit goblin pro, would you say?
Well, I'm still shit with them. Sorry, this is adult content, man.
No, that's fine.
No, I'm still shit with them, but I do use them a lot. When you're hungover, it's just great to use a team that you don't care about losing with. And the other thing is I play for the enjoyment rather than the win.
I'm the same, I play for enjoyment. This is one of my first kind of Blood Bowl tournaments. I've not been before. So
this is my 101st NAF ranked tournament.
Wow, that's amazing. Yeah. I'm hopefully going to grab someone from the NAF at some point and have a chat with them later on, so that'll be cool.
Do you want a tip? Tip for the top would be Cornish's team.
Cornish's team.
Which I think is Cornish and Land Rover.
I'll have to find him later on.
They should be tipped for the top.
Right. And, where do you see yourself coming?
Anywhere above Pug Mason will be fine because he's a slime ball.
You heard it here first.
Yeah, his mother is a hamster and his father does smell of elderberries.
Okay. On that note, Glowworm, cheers.
No.
So we're just catching up with a few people. That was Glowworm, and hopefully we'll get some more people as we go. So they're just still calling out names at the moment, trying to get people fully registered before we start our first games. I've been chatting with Mike, so you'll hear me on the podcast for this as well, hopefully, which is awesome. And hopefully we'll get a few more people coming and chatting to me at some point later on. So I've managed to grab Ben from Team Ireland. How long did it take to get here? Just out of interest.
Well, we left at 5:30 yesterday morning, but then we spent the day walking around Mini-Modelog yesterday and checking out all the
Who wouldn't?
stuff.
You come all this way, you go to Warhammer World. It's just the thing you do, isn't it? It's just the thing you do.
Yes, indeed.
Did you spend? That's the real question.
I spent more than I should have.
I always do.
Everybody does.
The thing is, I've got into a trick now. My trick in Warhammer World is ignore the models and just go to the back library, because you know you'll only spend 20 quid if you buy one book.
I basically ignored everything and went directly to Forge World, which is all the super expensive stuff. So
it is super expensive. What did you get? Anything Blood Bowl or?
I didn't get anything Blood Bowl, unfortunately. I got some stuff from Kill Team, Primarch, and the Custodian's character, Valdor.
Okay, you spent a lot.
A lot, yeah. Far more than I should have.
Well, the thing is, if you're going to do it, how often do you get to go? That's the question.
Exactly. It's actually also cheaper to buy it while I'm here than it is to have it shipped to Ireland and paying in euros. So.
Oh yeah, of course. Because I always forget. So whereabouts in Ireland?
In Cork.
Right, it's based in Cork. So yeah. Yeah, I can imagine transferring to euros and all that kind of thing.
Yeah, like since they changed, like it used to be not too bad because it was just everything was charged in pounds, but now they've changed it to everything that's whatever currency you're buying in, and everything prices have gone up as well.
Oh yeah, because I saw this because I remember seeing when they changed to dollars, a lot of Americans were not happy at
You
the
should
price.
see the Australians.
Really?
They're like, I think the Warlord Titan total, so the most expensive thing they do is about €1,700.
Right.
In dollars, it's about $5,000 in Australian dollars.
Oh dear.
Plus shipping.
Oh dear. Sorry, Australian people. I'm glad I live in Britain now.
Yeah.
So, how did you get involved with Team Ireland? Were you part of its birth, or were you?
No, I wasn't actually. I used to play Blood Bowl when I was younger. I used to play the first edition with my brother. when I was
Wow,
very
first
young.
edition.
Yeah, back in the day.
Back in the day.
And I quite enjoyed it then. Then didn't really do anything with it until the latest edition came out.
Yeah.
Bought that pack, really enjoyed it. Bought my dwarf team that I have today, and then kind of left it again for another couple of years. And I started up. I spent about a year in Australia, and when I came back, I wanted to play it again.
Yeah.
So I actually started up a league in Cork.
Right.
And then it kind of just escalated from there.
Yeah, I mean-
I saw it advertised that there was going to be a tournament here. When I tried to put my name down, and they said you need to sign up for Team Ireland, so I signed up for Team Ireland. So that's basically
Okay.
it. Yeah.
So then I'm guessing you met Liam. And...
Yeah. This is the first time I've actually met Liam, so
Right.
we've been talking on Facebook and things like that.
The glory of Facebook. That's how I
Yes.
met them. That's how I met the Two Drunk Flings family and became partners.
Yes, exactly. And my teammate Graham as well. I've never met him before, but we've been talking over Facebook, discussing.
So
things
you're
before.
running dwarves.
Yep.
What extra skills have you taken?
I have taken guard on 3 of them, and I've
Guard.
taken block on the death roller because I want it to be.
You've taken a death roller.
Oh yes.
Okay.
Yes. My dwarves are biker dwarves. And
Oh well, you've got to take a death roller.
The death roller model is a big trike, and it just looks awesome.
I'll try and get some footage of that later on today.
Yeah, so I needed it to happen.
So, when you joined Team Ireland, because obviously I'm relatively new to the tournament scene, getting involved with Two Drunk Flings, I've only ever played for fun. I play all my games for fun. And then when I got on board with Two Drunk Flings, they were like, you've got to come to tournament. What are you playing at? And I was like, yeah, but what? So, how many tournaments have you played? Are you a paid up NAF member now? And
Well, at the end of this one, that'll be a total of 1.
first tournament like me, first tournament.
Yeah.
So, and then from there it's on to Euro and.
Well, I think I've signed up for the Worlds next year in Austria.
Wow.
And
That's taking a big leap.
It is a big
That's
leap.
a big leap there. That's going from like.
it is. It's 0 to 60, isn't it? Like
Well, if you're going to do it.
exactly.
I mean,
dive in the deep end.
Liam's been trying to get me to actually play at a tournament, so because apparently it's a bit of a tradition that when you play a tournament as a Two Drunk Fling, you have to win the wooden spoon. So he's been trying to get me to join in and actually do it. What I'll do, I'll try and get some footage of your team later on. So is there anything else you want to tell me about the Cork League? How many players have you now got?
We have only around 10, I think that's currently on pause.
On pause?
Yeah, just because I've been crazy busy with work and various other things. So
Life has a tendency to get in the way of all things Blood Bowl.
we started it online at first on the PC Blood Bowl 2 game.
All right, okay.
So the plan was to spend a season building up the teams, and then those teams with the new skills be transferred to the tabletop.
That's really cool though, because at least you know you've got a player base.
Yes,
That's a good
exactly.
thing.
And it also meant that anybody who wanted to join in late could just set them in their own league with AI opponents, and they could still level up just the same as everybody else
Oh,
would.
right, that's very clever. Very clever.
Yeah, but unfortunately, after that one finished, I've just been so busy that I haven't had a chance to progress to season 2 yet.
It
But
happens. I mean, work tends to get in the way of gaming. And it's my worst habit is I run a YouTube channel. I do a load of unboxings, but I very rarely get to play a game.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh my god. And then when I was going to do this, I was originally going to play. Then I realised I needed a tag team partner, and I was like, I'll just come and film and talk to everyone and try and give a bit of love to the game. And so I'll come and catch up with you later. Come and catch up to me after you've played a game and let me know how you got on.
Okay.
So we're really interested to see how you got on. But thanks for being on. Cheers, Ben.
Nice.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your patience. No input. Thank you, Simon. First up, Ireland against man-on-man action. Stick your hands up. Thank you. Find each other, look around. Please don't talk. There's going to be a lot of announcements. Vikings versus Red Squad.
Find your tables. Honestly, go to your
Thank you.
tables.
Right.
Don't play wherever you want.
Dave versus the Scoobs. Hands up, who's Dave? Team Dave, hands up the Scoobs.
Everyone looks nervous.
They're behind you, right? Firework breathing against double skulls. Yep, over in the door there. Dynamic mics against National Elf Service.
National Elf Service.
Philadelphia Eagles versus First Company Vets. Behind you guys.
Where's this pitch from?
It's a Wiley Miniatures pitch, I think.
Yes. That's amazing. Love it. Love it, love it, love it.
First round, listen up please. First round, the pairings are random. Coin toss, but who plays who? Or D6, I don't care. But it is coin toss.
So we've got an elves versus elves match.
Elves versus elves and ogres versus elves.
Oh, ogres, lovely.
So it's an all-elf
All-elf
affair going
This
on
is the
here.
first time I've played Drew. This will be the third time I've played Drew, and this is the first time I've played him, and he's not been goblins. So he's wood elves. I've beaten him the last 2 times, and this is his chance for revenge. So this could go horribly wrong.
So we just see Mike take a 1-0 hit and quite a lot of people in the dugout, aren't we?
Yeah, I mean, we're going to roll for those to come back in a second, but anyway.
We can just roll it. Let's roll it now.
Let's do it now.
See, they're both the same, so just 4s.
We dodge from there to there.
No, and those pal. Yes, and this guy can come on, so we're not too far down.
We'll come and dodge.
We'll set up for the next one.
I really like the Spike magazine. I love the fact it's got the comic strip at the back. So I think it's really good for younger players. So was that an idea of your own that you brought to the table, or did that come from?
No, that came from the editors.
Right.
And I think it's a perfect little strip, as you say, for the youngsters to get into. It's also a very quick and easy way to get into the Blood Bowl world.
Yes.
Because there is definitely a sense of place in the Blood Bowl universe, isn't there?
Yeah, definitely.
If it's just very simply visually illustrated, then it's, a shoe-in.
Yeah.
Get it straight away.
And you've been illustrating Blood Bowl since first edition, haven't you?
Second edition.
Second edition. Yes. So you've been involved with the game since virtually year dot. Let's face it.
More or
Since it
less,
started.
yeah.
I mean, I started with third edition, and I originally played dwarves back in those days. And so yes, great to have you here and meet Blood Bowl royalty, as we started to call you. Well, you've been involved with the game for so long. Were you also involved with sort of some of the creation of characters and things like that, weren't you, as well?
It's a sticky kind of topic, that is.
Oh, okay. Have I walked into...
We all used to sit around in the pub and ideas were floating around all over the place.
I love that. I love the fact that it came out of the fact you were sat in the pub.
Yeah. A lot of the ideas were just sort of like somebody said something, somebody said something. So I wouldn't actually claim to have created anybody, because I'm sure there's somebody out there that will say, no, that's it.
That was me. But because I remember hearing you were involved with the Pogo guy at one point.
Yeah, Pogo Sticks.
Pogo Stick.
Yeah, I think that is definitely one of mine.
Yeah, you can claim that one.
Because it's my sense of humour.
Right.
I think that was. I think the Pogo Sticks were created the same night as the Steamroller of Death.
Ah, the Death Roller.
Yeah.
The one model I've not managed to get hold of from third edition. Really? Yeah, I'm really after a Death Roller, but I can't seem to find one.
And we were all sat in a pub called the Lord Roberts. And,
right.
I remember it quite vividly that evening, because There's a lot of drink flying around, as there usually is.
Do you play very often these days?
Not at all.
No? Just involved with the creation of the characters and Spike?
Yeah, I do Spike, I do a couple of other things. I'm working on, we're trying to get a calendar sorted out for both Dan and Steve.
Oh, brilliant.
Which is like my version of what.
Oh, wicked.
So it kind of strays away from the accepted formula.
Yeah.
There'll be lots of different sort of styles of the game. So far I've done 3 or 4 pictures, hoping to get 16 then it can go to Kickstarter.
Brilliant, I'll look out for that. Yeah. Definitely look out for it. I'm sure Liam will key me into that when it comes around.
Well, it will be quite widely published.
Brilliant.
I'm looking forward to it.
So, Liam invited you down, and you just here all day just drawing different bits and pieces.
And just sitting in the corner.
I suppose for you, seeing how the game's gone from what was the original tabletop back then to what it is now.
I can't believe it.
Is it still nice to see that? I mean, for me, I've only just got back into playing Blood Bowl. And I sort of, when Games Workshop, I hate the word dropped it, but when Games Workshop let it sort of go into obscurity, it must be nice for you to still see that the community kept it going, kept it running.
I was talking to a guy yesterday about this, but basically saying it was the family that kept it alive.
Yeah.
And I can't believe how enormous it is at the moment.
Oh yeah, it's definitely taking out a resurgence.
I think it's much needed as well, because if Workshop is 40k, that's like a yin, you need a yang to go with it.
Yeah.
So you have the very funny Blood Bowl to kind of complement the grim dark future.
Yes.
And I think it's an absolutely fantastic combination.
Are you loving all the new models as well that are coming for the new teams?
I am. I'm very impressed with some of the new ones I've seen, which you can't tell what they are.
I was hoping for an exclusive then. I thought we were
No, I can't.
Obviously, we've seen that the Champions of Death are coming, the next team they've publicised.
Yeah.
I've already got the Skaven team, the Dark Elf team, and the Nurgle Rotters team, and I unbox a lot of them on the channel, and I just can't get over how, because I've got the original 3rd edition Dwarf team, just how far the models have come, and how amazing every sculpt is amazing, and has its own look. But like I say, for you who's been involved with it for so long, it must be nice to see the new style players and all this new content.
I love the new Nurgle stuff. That's fantastic.
That must have been fun to do drawings for as well. What's the most fun that you have when you come to creating the Spike magazine stuff? Is there one of the magazines so far that you've enjoyed the most, or which one?
Spike 5.
Hang on a minute, Spike 5 isn't out yet.
No, it's not. And I can't tell you.
You can't tell me who it is. Oh. Well, at least we know Peter's favourite one is Spike 5. The Spike 4, I imagine, will be the Champions of Death one.
I think it's out next week.
Yeah, because it's nice, like I say, for me it's nice to see them doing all the teams. Can you tell me one thing though? Are they going to do all the teams from the computer game?
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
You don't know that? Because obviously there was a lot of teams that came on the computer game, like the Lizardmen team, and we got a couple of Lizardmen teams here, but there isn't an official Games Workshop Lizardmen team, is there? There's a couple of them. You don't know?
All I get sent is a script once a month.
Right.
And
then you do the drawings. And it all just comes from.
I don't get any editorial interference.
So it's all you.
Not completely to me.
That's amazing that you've got that much freedom. It's nice to have.
I think they know that I can do what I'm supposed to be doing.
Well, yeah. You've got a bit of pedigree, I think, now by now.
And they are incredibly busy.
Yeah. Well, that's one thing I've been talking about recently on the channel, is that Games Workshop have released so much in the last 6 to 12 months that for a gamer it's really hard to actually keep up. What with Kill Team, Blackstone Fortress just coming out, the new 40k stuff, constantly having new stuff, New Age of Sigmar stuff, and then you've had Blood Bowl and the new teams. It's just constant. Are you just involved with the one game, or do they kind of try and pull you into others?
I'm just involved with Blood Bowl.
Would you want to do others? Would you want to do?
Yeah, if I was there.
If the opportunity was there.
You know, it has been mentioned. Would you like to work on something else?
Can we say what? Or can you not say?
I'll tell you.
Oh, I'm trying.
I should have to see.
Well, it'd be great to see more yourself. I really enjoy, like I said, I always get to the end of the Spike magazines. I really enjoy the cartoons. Like I said, it's a great way for the younger players to get involved, and it's just nice to have some. And I like the Spike magazine in general because it's a nice, good big bit of background to the world, which back in second and third edition was in its infancy, and now it's in a lot bigger.
I'm loving how starstruck you are. I can see them start. Oh my god!
Yeah, well, I mean, for me, I've been playing Games Workshop games and since I was 15, and I had a little bit of time off in the middle doing the whole university thing and growing up. But then in the last 3 or 4 years, I got back into model games in a big way, and I play a lot of model games. So it's always nice to meet the creators and find out what motivates them and what drives them to do what they do.
I think what motivates me with Blood Bowl is the fact that I really enjoy it. I've got my favourite characters, obviously, and I just like bringing them to life, if that doesn't sound strong.
No, it doesn't.
One of my favourite bits about doing the strip is the spectators.
Yeah.
They're a lot of fun because there are no rules with them. You can do exactly what you want. And
I suppose if you were moving towards 40k, there's a lot of restriction because of the amount of law that's already in existence. So you're kind of boxed in by the law that already exists. And you're busy creating that, I suppose, still with Blood Bowl.
Well, with Blood Bowl, there are no rules when it comes down to most of it. As long as the figures look similar to the stuff that's been released, I have a lot of leeway on that as well.
Well, that's good.
And you have to simplify something, so it's going to take you an age to draw figures, you know. But the thing I'm working on at the moment is what is the Dark Elves' fascination with sombreros?
I like that. I've got the Dark Elf team. I need the star player for it.
Because there's a certain hot dog vendor that's about to make his appearance.
I'll look out for that.
And he's a great favourite. Also, shouldn't be saying this, but in Spike 5, we finally get to see Bob Difford's bare arse.
A little bit of an exclusive there for Spike 5. Well, I hope you, apart from the background noise, I hope we got all that. But thanks for your time, Peter.
Pleasure.
Lovely to speak to you and lovely to find out. And
2-0, 1-0, 2-1, 2-1, 2-1, 2-0. Yeah. You scored a touchdown.
Old school draws. I've got them.
Hi, I'm with Mark from Fumble. So, I've only just joined Fumble.
Yeah.
How long has Fumble been going?
I think it was started around 2000, early 2000s.
Right.
With Christy, basically wrote created a client for tabletop emulation, really.
Yeah.
And since then it's been growing and growing, and it keeps going and going. So
how many players do you know up to on Fumble? Do you know that, or is it just?
I don't know how many coaches are registered, but it's hundreds and hundreds.
Well, I found out about it through the guys from Two Drunk Flings talking about it, and they were like, "You've got to go check out Fumble. It's really easy to set up and addictive." I think I've played every night for about a week and a half.
I remember when I started.
1 game a night.
Yeah, so I've been there for about 5 years, and I remember when I first started on Fumble, it was 2 or 3 games a night, solidly.
Really?
Yeah, until the wife kicked in and went, "What on earth are you doing?"
That's kind of what happened the other day when my missus went, "Why are you always on your laptop?" Nothing. I'm doing nothing. I'm not playing Blood Bowl. Not at all.
So it kind of takes over your life a bit, which is fine. But then I've been there for 5 years and I've played a lot, and the community in Fumble is amazing. So it's really helpful. There's loads of leagues. There's different divisions you can play in, competitive divisions. There's majors. We have majors with prizes that you can add onto your team.
Just play in the ranked.
Yeah. There's ranked, which is you can choose who you face. You've got black box, which is random, and the league play. So there's on Fumble, you've got different options, so you can have different rosters, because we've got the secret league rosters there as well. So we've got.
See, a lot of it I've not explored because I've only just really started getting into it. So I went for the one which said, "Here's the one for beginners." Okay, click.
Yeah,
I'll go for the one.
and that's the best way to start. That's the best way to start.
I think it's a great. I love the 80s vibe of it as well. It looks like an 80s old style computer game.
I think it tries to emulate the tabletop stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I've played obviously the Xbox game version, and of course, I imagine you get a lot of comparisons between the two.
You do, yeah.
But I do prefer the fact that on your version, once you've made a decision, that's it. There's no take backs. It's very much.
That's it. And the client's relatively easy to use as soon as you get around to it. And like I said,
although make sure you update your Java.
Yeah, you have to update Java.
Update Java.
Definitely do that.
I didn't realise this, and I had to update mine when I.
Yeah, so it's great. So what we're trying to do now is make it more media friendly as well. So we've got the Fumble podcast,
right?
Which myself, I run for OEC and Purple Chest, and we've got Morehouse back in now. So we talk all things Fumble, but other Blood Bowl stuff as well.
So you must have been quite excited when the game came back with Games Workshop and the new teams.
So I used to play back in the day. And then had a hiatus of 11 years. Found Fumble, which was just a random Google for Blood Bowl games. It was one of those sat there and think, you know, I really miss playing Blood Bowl. Where is it?
Yeah.
Where's it to? So that was great. And when it came out, it was reinvigorated, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Definitely. You look around today and you've got all these guys playing, and it's really good atmosphere, friendly, fun.
There's some amazing teams about. I mean, I've seen some Lizardmen teams, which of course there's never been an official Lizardmen team out from Games Workshop. So it's really cool that people have made their own teams. I've seen ones from Iron Columns, I've seen Black Scorpion teams. I mean, for me, I've only just come back to it in the last year, and I was amazed at how much the community is still there, still thriving, and the game still grows.
I was talking to, I bought Peter Knifton here today, picked him up from Nottingham.
Been chatting with me.
Yeah, so we had a bit of a chat on the way here, and I was talking about the community and the fact that it's, like you say, it's still there, even though the game kind of disappeared.
It very much
is there, and it's like you know, people are loving the box sets, and fair play to Games Workshop for getting them out. I'm not sure I agree with their modelling in terms of 2 boxes for a team, full team, but that's a different story. Everybody chunters about stuff, don't they?
Yeah, everyone's got their opinion when it comes to that.
Yeah, I've always loved Blood Bowl, and the fact that I can play it on Fumble, and I do play BB2 as well.
See, I do.
My highs with Fumble. That's where
I play BB2 quite a bit, but Fumble is something I've found recently, and it's the problem I've got at the moment. I'm very close at work to try to fit a game in at lunchtime. I'm this close to
I'll tell you now, that is a slippery slope. That's
what worries me, because I only have an hour for lunch, and I'm like,
it's a slippery slope, and then you think, well, I'm just going to sneak it. In fact, I'll leave that, and I'll just finish this game first, and then you work with it. So I've been there. Don't do it.
Don't go there.
Don't do that.
So with the podcast, what pushed you guys from going, okay, well, we've got the game Fumble, it's doing really well. What pushed you into doing that? What pushed you into wanting to do the podcast and wanting to grow that?
I love podcasts myself. I've listened to so many.
Do you listen to Two Drunk Flings?
Yeah, I listen to Two Drunk Flings. Yeah, I listen to Two Drunk Flings. And I just thought, to be honest, I think Two Drunk Flings was one of the only ones I knew about, and both damn. Listen to those guys, and I just thought, you know what, we could do one based around Fumble. So I started online talking to Purple Chest, who I know online anyway, and Morehouse, who's our American counterpart, and we just thought, you know what, let's give it a go. And it started out as a YouTube video on how to use it. So on YouTube I do how to use Fumble bits and bobs.
That's great.
The help sections.
I'll link that up. I'll link that up down, down below.
And we just thought, you know, we'll give it a go, and it had a good response. And my kind of mission through it all really is, I always see online there's a bit of an elitist view of Fumble, that people on Fumble are a bit elite, and that's not true. And I think that was back in the day.
I think I've had varied games on Fumble. Like sometimes I've got absolutely smashed, and I've lost by loads. But then other times I've had a really good competitive game. I mean, I had one the other day, and I think I got beaten 2-1. But the second touchdown only came in really late in the second half, and they had to fight for it, and it was great, and it felt it felt so much closer to the tabletop because of that.
And you can interact with people as well, so
I
you've
love
got
the
chat
chat
boxes and everything like that. And what we've tried to do through Discord now is we've got rooms that we're trying to encourage people to go into Discord and chat with each other through headsets. So,
Oh, right, I didn't know that.
yeah, so we can do that as well.
I'm learning things.
Yeah, so-
I love. This is what I love about these events. You meet so many people who do different things in the community, and like say, you're involved with Fumble, and we've got Pete here, who's also obviously involved.
Yeah.
And it's nice to get everyone's view of what everyone's doing and try and boost the profile.
That's what we're trying to do. Is rather than just have we play Fumble, we play Blood Bowl 2, we play tabletop. We're all in it together, aren't we?
Yeah, we all play the same game at the end of the
and
day.
it doesn't matter what form it comes in.
Yeah.
But there's some good players. There's some good players. I know people use it to practice as well for tournaments and
I'm
try builds out.
loving Fumble at the moment because it's a way for me to play human opponents. Because we were talking about this earlier, where on Fumble I find it easier to find a matchup than I do on Xbox.
Yeah.
Unless you know someone who plays it on Xbox anyway, you can struggle to get. But on Fumble, within about 10-15 minutes, I got a list of matches and off I go.
And off you go. Yeah.
So,
It's good like that.
I'll do a link to
like
Fumble down below, so do go check out Fumble, do go check out their podcast, everything will be down below.
That'd be brilliant.
So, thanks for your time.
Thank you.
And how was your first match?
Yeah, I won 1-0 against High Elves. I was Lizards. 1-0.
1-0.
So we'll see. Only one casualty, but I think my partner as well, he's winning.
Last question, did you take the Allen pack?
I didn't take it.
That's a shame. But you're playing Lizardmen, and is that a team you made from Games Workshop stuff, or?
No, it's not even my team. It's somebody's. I stole it and painted
Borrowed
it up.
it.
Yeah, painted it up. I said, if I can borrow it, I'll paint it. So that's what we did. So thanks, Cape, wherever you are. So it's good. It's good fun. I like Lizards. I don't really have a favourite team. I like all of them really, apart from ogres who are crap. So.
Okay. Well, good luck for the second round. Hope you do well.
Cheers, buddy.
2 chaos blockers with strong arm. Then white is kick-off return.
Oh great! I've got your match so far. Strong arm, kick-off return.
And then that one's pass block.
Oh, I've not got any pass blockers. I do have a leap blocker, a dump off blocker. I've got a juggernaut. I've not used that yet. Fenn's been useful. That's it. He did it.
Sorry,
Alan
mate.
Pack.
Someone who actually took the Allen pack.
Yes.
How many Allen packs did you have, Alan?
15, I think.
Wow.
Yeah, out of 60 coaches, then nearly a third of the field took Allen packs.
Are you regretting your decision?
A little bit.
A little bit.
I think it wasn't unexpected. So
Fair enough.
it was, what can I do with an Allen pack? Let's find out.
Well, good luck. You get to actually try the Allen pack against Allen.
yeah.
Right, I'm with Alex from the Water Bowl, Manchester's main. Well, it is the Manchester League, isn't it? Really? How long has it been going now?
Long time, it's like nearly 15 years now.
Wow, and have you been there since its inception?
Yeah.
Way back then.
Yeah, there were 3 of us that were working at Waterstones,
Right.
and we decided to start a league up.
And that's where it all came from.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Waterstones Manchester is who we've got to thank.
That's it, yeah. So that's the water, the water and water bowl is Waterstones.
Ah, I see.
Yes.
I did wonder because I was like, how is that? Unless they're meaning Manchester rain, maybe maybe that's where you're going with it. I
It's
didn't
the tears of our opponents.
the tears of our opponents. That's brilliant. I might have to have that as a quote somewhere on something. So you're also heavily involved with the NAFOM, I believe.
Yeah.
How did you get into being involved with them then?
The media post came up, and Purple Goo, who's the tournament director, he got in touch and said, would I be interested in helping out, because he saw how much time I was spending on Twitter and Facebook. So
Water Bowl definitely has a massive presence, I've noticed. When I started searching, and because I live in Bolton and I was searching old Blood Bowl leagues, and that came up straight away. So yeah, you definitely got a big presence up there.
it's been handy because for a long time it didn't seem like there were many other leagues in and around Manchester. Obviously with Blood Bowl 16, there's been more coming on. So you'll know we're based at Element Games, which is like the first home we've had for years.
Yeah.
We're playing in pubs or people's houses mainly.
So is it nice to now finally have a base, a proper base of operations rather than being in people's pubs or houses.
Yeah, so it's nice to have, there's still nice options, but since Tim and the guys at Element took over the North East Game Centre, it's become a nice place to be. So we used to hold the tournament there every February anyway.
So what kind of tournaments? You have got one coming up, haven't you, next February?
Yeah, so it'll be the 14th Waterball weekend and the 15th tournament overall.
That's amazing.
And it's always like around half term in February, so it's the 16th and 17th of February 2019.
Right, I think I'll be trying to make my way to that. If not playing, hopefully come and see you anyway.
Fabulous.
And come down for the day and say hello. So I'll try and do that if I can.
And I think this year, again, because the game has grown and we've got a nice venue, we had just shy of 80 coaches this year.
Wow. I've seen the biggest tournament I've seen in there when I've been going there. I did a Guildball tournament. There was 120. So I know they can fill in a lot of seats at the games for playing games, which is brilliant. So it must be nice to have that space and have that ability to be able to go, yes, we can host 80 coaches, not a problem.
That's
which
wonderful.
we can't always do. And with the Water Bowl, it was, so you started 15 years ago in Waterstones, and it's grown now, and you've got a sort of, I think you've got a touring team of people now, pretty much, that go to tournaments. I mean, how many are here today? There's about
maybe 8 to 10 here today.
8 of them, I've seen t-shirts. And you seem very well established with all the merch and everything. Is that something that you kind of have grown over the last few years, or has been going quite a while? Or?
We've always had like bits and bobs and prizes, and we've been to each of the World Cups. And then the second one, like we had a team that won the second World Cup.
Brilliant.
Because there was some very good players. Like I was getting on the team because I run the league, but we had some very good players on the team. But so always bits and bobs, but it used to be a real faff for an expense to get things made. But obviously, just advances in technology and things like that make it much easier now to get things made.
Ringbeard in there trying to get a car key. No worries.
So now like we've had like the dice trays.
I've seen the dice trays. Really like those. I love your little shield emblem with the WB as well. I think that's really cool.
And that's the thing. So people in the league, because the league's getting so expanded. So we've probably got with the vets in the Premier League around 60 coaches.
See, I noticed this. You have several different styles of league, don't you? You have like your Premier League, which are your top-end players, and then you have your Veterans League as well, which is a more, I don't want to say ad hoc, but it's more kind of...
No, you're right,
it's more kind of people arrange the games themselves. See, that's the bit I'm interested in, because I am shocking at being able to get to places on a regular basis due to work. So how does your Veterans League work? How would you sign up for a Veterans League?
If you want to sign up, you will need now. So since last season, we've been using the OBBLM software.
Right.
So you just need to get yourself an account on there.
Right.
Let us know via Facebook, probably. That's the most active way to get hold of us, unless you want to hit me up on Twitter, where I'm at Wormito.
Right.
And I'll happily tell you how to
do what we need to. Yeah, I need to get going on that, so I need to get to the OBLM stuff and get that going. But yeah, it seems an interesting way to do it rather than having someone have to be there every week, because of course life gets in the way, doesn't it?
It does, and the other thing with events is that so in the Premier League we always take CV100 brand new teams.
Great.
And it's not perpetual. It's always a restart every season. But if you want to keep playing a team that you developed in the Vets League, you can play with a brand new team, or you can use one you've used before, and it can even be one that you've used 5 years ago with parts. But you think, oh, you know, I'd really like to crack on my neck for a team.
Pull that back out the cupboard and play that for a season.
And that's the other nice thing with the online, is that you don't then have to go through boxes or folders in your attic to try and find out what the rosters were.
Yes.
It's just there ready.
Just there, print it out, and off you go.
Yeah, so you can run up to 4 teams as well. 3 teams, sorry, active at any one point as well.
So you must have been playing Blood Bowl a long time then now.
Yeah, I dabbled in first edition. I remember somebody at school having that, and maybe played a couple of games, but it was only really the beginning of the 2000s. Again, the guys that we set the Water Bowl up with, Mike and Paul.
Are they still playing?
Paul plays occasionally.
Right.
I think for Mike, he enjoyed hanging out with me and Paul. The game never really took hold with him.
Yeah.
So he did a couple of NAF championships.
Well, I don't know, if you're playing a couple of NAF championships, that's still quite good going.
I'll say it was a weekend away, but that was the one.
So I was thinking of looking for the next 12 months and looking at doing a bit more about, because I'm relatively new to the tournament scene. I've never done tournaments. This is like my first Blood Bowl tournament, and I'm interested in the NAF and what it does and what its background is. I was going to do, as a newbie, how you get, like, just a couple of videos about how you get involved with the NAF and all that kind of stuff. So I was looking to the future. If as someone yourself who's involved with NAF, and someone like me, what would you say to someone like me is the first thing you should do to get involved with the NAF and do what you need to do?
Okay, well, we're on the NAF is on obviously all the social media platforms. You'll find them on Reddit or Twitter or Facebook. So if you've got any questions about how to sign up, you can contact directly. You can go to thenaf.net and sign up there, although at the moment there is an issue with the website and processing payments. So payments go out, but they're not coming through yet.
Right.
So it's not insurmountable. You can send us a receipt, but the easiest way, if you're going to a tournament, is many tournaments will have somebody there.
Liam's doing that today. He's getting people to sign up and stuff.
And a few tournaments like so the Water Bowl and many others will do a difference in price.
Right.
And £5 for non-NAF, but that will get your membership, and that works out slightly cheaper than buying it online, and it will get you. You get 12 months membership from that point. So any other tournaments you go to that year, you're covered. And you get there's always a gift as well. So like there's been an apothecary.
I've seen dice and stuff knocking around from different NAF dice and stuff that I've seen people have.
And obviously you can get, if rankings are your thing, there's rankings.
Well,
there's not for everyone, but for some people.
Some people they live and die by their rankings.
Some people will get a good ranking and so on, and then park the team.
And just leave them there.
Yeah, which is why we've why the NAF have brought in another style of ranking as well. So they've got the one where if you played a tournament in 2004 and you smashed it, that will be there forever. But they're also using a thing called Glico, which is a more up-to-date thing, and it will take it over a fixed period.
Right, I see.
And judge try and judge who right now
is the person to beat.
Yeah.
Of that race or.
Yeah, I mean, there was more sort of developing really. So at the minute, they'll look at a particular race, but there's more filters that I think they would hope to add.
That's awesome.
As you go on.
Cool. And is it a lot of work being involved with the NAF? You find it takes over your life?
In terms of Blood Bowl anyway, that is a big part of my life because I do a lot of social media.
Yeah, I've seen you on regularly on social media.
So, and my love for the game has never diminished.
Never diminished. That's really cool.
So
I stopped for a while. In my 20s, I didn't really play any miniature games. A couple of years ago, I picked up miniature games again, and as usual, got everything out the loft, pretty much. And then my parents said, "Oh, we've got some of that," and then they added to it, and it was like, and that's when I found that I had a Chaos team and a Dwarf team from 3rd edition that was still intact. But yeah, it's been interesting, and getting on board with the guys from Two Drunk Flings for me has been great because I've been able to, come to a tournament and take it all in. I'm not playing today. I may end up playing in the Water Bowl one. I'm kind of like, should I, shouldn't I? But we'll see.
The nice thing is,
it seems a good atmosphere. There's no, I don't know. I've been to some tournaments where it's really competitive, and that turns me off completely because I'm not a competitive player at all. I play for fun. I'm like Alan, who likes to throw some minor tours and daft things like that.
Well, you'll soon, the things are, with the bigger tournaments, they soon kind of filter out. So if you want to do the risky things that are fantastic when they come off, you might have that weekend where it all comes off and you're up at the top tables. But more often than not, by sort of round 3, the people that take it very seriously in terms of the tactics and the probabilities and all that will probably be up and around the top end, and then there's enough players playing fun or playing stunties and having a good time. And that's one of the nice things that's kept me in the game is the buzz at tournaments. There's always like a couple of people that attach more importance than is healthy to dice rolls, but the majority of people are great on the board.
I've noticed that. I've noticed that just wandering around and watching games and stuff, how everyone takes it in with good humour. I mean, we had a spot prize for, I think it was going for it, failing it, and then going for it again, and one person did 18 go for it in a row and still didn't fall over, which is quite astounding. And I think it was with dwarves at that. So, it's like, that's pretty impressive. And took it in the spirit that it was made and laughed about it, and I think that's great. I've really enjoyed today, and nice to catch up with yourself though, because we've obviously spoken on social media.
That's right, yes.
I seem to speak a lot to Blood Bowl people through social media and then end up meeting them somewhere. Because that's how I met Liam and everybody, through social media. It wasn't, they got hold of me and said, would you be interested in working together? And then I spoke to you, and he keeps sending me messages with people in them going, this is so-and-so. So I've met a lot of people through social media. It's a great tool for this to bring the community together. I was just amazed at how big the community still is. I mean, obviously with the resurgence of 2016, it did give the game a kick back for people who are GW only, but even then I was surprised when I got to know Liam, and then he was like, and there's this going on, and there's this going on, and there's this going on, and it was just like, wow, this is a game. I thought it'd gone away. I thought after Games Workshop dropped it, I thought it'd gone away, disappeared into the undergrowth, and only people who played it knew about it. And then I found out there's this whole plethora of tournaments, leagues that's still been going on that I kind of missed.
And the last World Cup, which was before the new release, it was 2015, in Lucca, there were just shy of 1,000 coaches from around the world.
Amazing. It's great. It's so good, and it's so good to see. But what I've also found interesting to see is the fact that now you can get all the teams that are on the computer game as well, like the Norse and the Lizardmen. It seems a lot of builds out there that weren't available back in 3rd edition are now available, and I've just been really enjoying getting to know the game again. It's really good. Well, thanks for your time. Good luck in the 3rd round. How have we been doing today?
First round I lost to fellow waterballer, Vagabond, in an exciting game.
That was to Skaven, wasn't it?
It was. And then I've just won against Chaos, thanks to Roxana.
Looks like we're into round 3. So how did we do?
I did fucking awesomely.
Yeah?
1 win, 1 draw, 1 loss with Goblins. I had 3 really enjoyable games, but the most enjoyable game was actually the loss for me, which was against Wood Elves that ended in a 5-2 shootout. And I was the one that was shot out, literally. I was using the Allen pack, so I had catch and balls my trolls. He had a strip ball war dancer, so carrying with a goblin weren't a good idea, so I just handed it off with to a troll we catch, who caught it. But unfortunately, then he just strip balled the troll, so it didn't really matter. But no, really good day. Absolutely cracking 3 games. I apologise to my teammate for giving us the only loss of the day out of 6 games between us. I am truly sorry.
That's all right, I accept your apology.
And how did you do, Dan? Over to Dan.
Yeah, I did okay. 2 wins to a draw. First started off against Barry, against his Vampires. And had me a bit worried for a bit there, but I managed to win 2-0. Draw against Pax, and then my last game was against the new guy playing Humans. Really bad, I forget his name.
What's a human play? You don't need to know his name, do you?
Yeah, and no, it's one of those games where first drive I turned him over right at the end of the drive, so he couldn't score. Second drive, my dice were on fire, and I removed most of his team.
I'll just interject here and point out that Dan is very good at turning men over.
Yeah.
Right, so first game of the tournament.
Now I got here and I met up with Drew and I said, I hope I'm playing you. I love playing you.
Said, yeah.
I absolutely love playing you.
And why do you love playing you?
Because normally I play Goblins.
Because normally he plays Goblins.
And what happened?
And I win. So yeah, I was quite excited. And then we got drawn against the National Elf Service. And we were like, we were like, this is all, we're having this.
It's a grudge match, really, because you talk about beating me so much on the podcast.
Yeah. So
I think this is your comeuppance.
Yes, this is the fall that comes after Pride, I think.
And I remember at half time when you were 4-0 down, you were slightly weepy. You were smashing your dice cup down and grumbling, but you scored 1 touchdown.
I did, yeah.
And at 5-1, I thought to myself, I might be in trouble here, but it turned out I was just going to keep scoring.
And what was the final score, Drew?
It was 7-1. It was 7-1, and then you went to get beaten by someone else, and then beaten by halflings.
I got beaten by halflings.
The reason I won was because I had a headband in the ear, and I was putting them over there so you can take them home, so you can wear the ears next time.
That's. You see, you promised me the ears at the very beginning,
and it would have turned out differently if you'd have put them in. I was channeling my inner elf.
You see, you offered me the ears before we started.
Yeah.
They said, at the end of the day, you can have the ears. And I went, great, that sounds great. Now, it's just like a bitter memory. It's just a reminder of a bitter memory.
Those ears stink of winner, and you could use a bit of that. Don't cry again.
He's still my bestest bloodboarding buddy, but it just stings now, you know? Anyway.
You said you couldn't do worse, but then you got beaten by halflings.
Well, no, but I only got beat 2-0 by halflings, not 7-1.
I guess that is something to be proud of. 2-0 halfling drubbing. There's always next year.
Why did I do this? Why did I get into this game? Why did Liam persuade me?
You just said the word. Liam is why you got into it.
Yeah, that's a very good point. Anyway, yeah, so that's my embarrassing moment of the day. I was horrified. I'm an only child, so I'm quite a bad loser, and it was just horrible. Horrible.
So we're almost at the prize giving. It's now 7:05 in the evening. We're just crunching the last numbers for the last couple of games. Unfortunately, Alan had to go home early, so I ended up taking his place, which is why I haven't filmed so much. I lost 2-0. I was playing Chaos with a load of weird, stupid skills that Alan had decided to give them, and I lost 2-0. I came close to getting a draw. Quite pleased with my first game at the tournament. Really enjoyed the tournament. There's been loads of lovely people here from all over the place, and hopefully the next one I'll go to is the Water Bowl, where I'll be up in Manchester, which would be awesome.
Sacrificial. So we'll do the Allen Award. So the winner for the Allen Award is Graham Candlish. Here you go. Look. Look at
what's up for
There
you?
you go.
Liam, what was up? What's the Allen Award? What is it?
The Allen Award, basically, so many people got a chance to let Alan pick the skills.
Yeah.
And everybody who joined in with that, basically, had the skills were shit. They were so bad. I mean, you had leaping treemen, catching minotaurs, and so it's quite an achievement to actually use a team that can do that. The next one, so we're going to do the. Where do we start? There's so many.
And the top.
Right, okay, so we'll do most touchdowns. For the team that got the most touchdowns was the Red Squad. Where's Red Squad? Here. Oh, here we go. Really? Yep. There you go, gentlemen. There you go. Let's go before they So the next one is the casualties. So the most team with the most casualties was Posse of Pain.
How many casualties? How many touchdowns?
Has your partner got it? Oh, well done. Come over here. Get over here.
It's a team of
How many casualties you get?
And you get So, the best costume is by far easily the National Elf Service. Absolutely amazing.
Here we go.
And you got,
Oh, brilliant. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much.
so, where are we? Okay, so the Stunting Cup goes to Allo. so there's so much stuff. And then an Alan miniature as well. There we go. Thank you very much. Okay, so we're going to do the Glowworm Award. The Raging Worm. I can't say my arse. Raging Worm Award, which Simon and Dan are going to present.
Milady.
That'd be fucking great, wouldn't it? I'll give you one, Dan.
So it was the Raging Worm Award goes to, which is 4th place, the Two Drunk Vikings.
Mine's unnamed.
Well done, mate. I would have done you, but Cornish is here, mate. You're not going to let me with Cornish.
It's the beard.
He's such my man crush, he really is.
It all sticks in the beard, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So we're going to do the very, very last place. This is the Alan Mann Award. Alan Mann is a Blood Bowl player who passed away recently in the Florida Bowl. We have sold some stuff, and all the money that we've raised today is going to go to his family to help pay for the funeral because he didn't have insurance, and America's a bit tough. So all the money's going to go to that. So thank you so much for you guys. Honestly. And the last place award goes to Peter Gould. Alright, buddy, yeah. Sorry, here we go, mate. There you go, thank you very much. So I will actually come and find you guys. I think some of you are missing stuff, but I will come and find you and give you the rest of the stuff. So we'll do the last place of the tag team, which was Dynamic Mikes. You knew you were going to So we'll go to 3rd place of the tournament was the National Elf Service. Thank you for that, gentlemen. All good. We're going to do the 2nd place as well, which was Team Fruity. There you go, gentlemen. There you go, and then Peter Knifton original. You can choose which one you want. That's totally up to you guys. I always like to do the best painted before the winner. So the best painted team was for Dan Atherton and his pro elf.
Cheers, guys.
And then, so we're going to go straight to the winners, which was Team Dave. So you got your water bottle. You've got your Allen miniatures as well. Here we go. And an ogre. You do have a NAF trophy as well, but the other one's in the pie, so I'll send the next one to you. So what you both get NAF trophies as well. And I think that is it. So yeah, thank you very much. That is it. Thank you so much for turning up. We're going to do the same next year. There's the Midlands Championship that we all take part in and support the Midlands. So yeah, honestly, and listen to the podcast, listen to Double Schools, listen to Fun Ball podcast. we're the best. So you can listen to them if you want, but listen to ours. We are the best by a long shot. But no, honestly, thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much.